She walked through the woods one day. It was a shortcut to the way Grandma stayed. She lost so much time walking on a road where she was safe and fine. Since you asked me, I will say the wolf Matilda had it coming away. Shortcuts and Wolves tells the story of Little Red Riding Hood, but from the other perspective, from the perspective of the wolf. I've always been baffled by nursery rhymes because they all seem to have this grim and gory theme where there's a monster or a wolf or a scary witch that's after someone and someone gets killed, and I'm not sure why we're telling little kids these stories, but that's where we are. But I decided to, as an artist, flip the story and tell it from the wolf's voice, and so that's how Shortcuts and Wolves came about. Matilda had it coming away. Oh, shortcuts might be easy, but it was a wolf who spotted her on that day. It was a wolf that spotted her on that day in the woods. As I was singing this song one day, I was reminded of 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8, where it says, "Be alert and of sober mind. Your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour." Doesn't that sound like the wolf in this story? I mean, like eerily so. And ironically, the guy who wrote 1 Peter was the same guy who Jesus told point blank, "Simon Peter, Satan desires to sift you as wheat." Luke 22:31. "Simon, Simon, Satan has asked to sift you as wheat. But I have prayed for you, Simon, that your faith may not fail, and when you have turned back, strengthen your brothers." Listen, our adversary, the devil, is really busy. He is going to and fro looking to see how he can entrap someone. I mean, listen at him talk to God about what he does in Job. Job 1:6-8. "One day the angels came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan also came with them. The Lord said to Satan, 'Where have you come from?' Satan answered the Lord, 'From roaming through the earth and going back and forth in it.'" Satan is just like that wolf, going back and forth, looking for Little Red Riding Hood, or in our case, looking for someone who he can devour and sift as wheat. But God is with us. Look at what he said to Simon in Luke chapter 22. He said, "Simon, I pray for you. I pray that your faith would not fail." And just like he prayed for Simon, Jesus is also there for us. Because we believe in him, his blood covers us. And Satan himself knows that God has a barrier of protection around his people. Let's continue in Job. Job 1:9-10. "Does Job fear God for nothing?" Satan replied. "Have you not put a hedge around him and his household and everything he has? You have blessed the work of his hands, so that his flocks and herd are spread throughout the land." See, your story does not have to end like Little Red Riding Hood's story. Because you are a child of God, you are blessed, you are highly favored, you are delivered, you can come out of debt, you can come out of poverty, you can come out of addiction, you can come out of sickness, you can come out of depression, mental illness, you can come out of it because God is with us and you are not alone. 1 John 4:4. "You, dear children, are from God and have overcome them, because the one who is in you is greater than the one who is in the world." God is with you. Remain in him and he will not forsake you. He will not leave you. John 15:5-6. "I am the vine, you are the branches. If a man remains in me and I in him, he will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. If anyone does not remain in me, he is like a branch that is thrown away and withers. Such branches are picked up, thrown into the fire, and burned." So keep studying, keep watching, keep praying, and stay out of those woods. God is with you. You are not alone. Don't take no shortcuts. No, in those woods. I don't take no shortcuts. No, 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 in those woods. No, 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 in those woods.